you like skies a lot, then you look at the sky
And then
first.
King Kong came and
If it was a giant rose
dinosaurs.
and
The
Yeah.
focal point in this picture, to me, is this really cool cumulonimbus cloud setup.
I went to some Asian store and they've got a show mainly about like giant robots defeating giant monsters. That's literally
Yeah.
one of the shows.
Yeah.
Well, we
Thank
have
you.
Power Rangers, and that show's way overactive.
I
If
know.
we think we're desensitized, Japanese culture, like, just watch some anime for a second.
I've
Bam.
seen some of the
You know,
shows
kids get
that come on.
seizures
During
just
the
from
gun.
watching those shows. I mean,
It's interesting, Japanese people
Yeah,
have a tendency to get
Pokemon has
motion
that
sickness.
problem.
Really?
They can't play first-person games on a console because it gives them motion sickness because they're moving around too much and they get sick, literally sick. And that's a lot of Japanese people. It's a
That's
very
what
common
my
trait.
mom
It's
can't do
it's
it.
surprising
That's
considering how much
surprising.
fast-moving crap they watch on TV. They can play third-person games, no problem. They just can't be in the perspective of
what's
the
third
person.
person?
You know
Third
what's
person when you're
cool?
out-
Which is
outside
weird
the
because
body
they're in
control.
first person almost all day, right?
You know what's cool?
Okay, so what's the
Actually had
focal
a
point?
major problem with
I don't know
all
about
the
you, Mr. Barry,
Pokemon.
but I live my
It was
life.
like flash on the water, like 800 Japanese people.
There was this guy who built this setup with the hat and glasses, and he
They never
wore
did
it,
that.
and it put the camera back where it would be on a third-person game. It was like a bar, and it went back, and the camera was back here. So when he could see himself in third person walking around
That's
like this,
cool.
so he lived his life for a couple days in third person with the camera mount set
That's
up.
actually pretty
Was
cool.
he sick?
I don't know. I just think that sounds really fun.
I know.
Squirrel. What's the focal point here?
Squirrel.
This is a lot
The
easier.
white
Big
tree.
white
Okay,
tree.
I see
Xenia?
a monster.
Hey,
he's
shh,
down.
Xenia, go up and show
Slenderman.
us what the focal point is.
Yeah,
show,
Slenderman.
show us what your eyes go to first. Me too.
It looks like a monster.
Why this instead of this?
Because it's brighter.
brightness.
This is brighter. Where the light hits the most, you guys saw the lights in that dark picture? Because the light was there, boom, you see it right off the bat.
I still think I
That's
can
what
change my
draws
mind.
your
I
eyes.
do what I want.
This one has light on it. This one, when you think about it, is much cooler tree. I mean, it's like psycho. This tree
It's all-
probably
I see a
eats
bird.
people for breakfast. I don't know. This one is
I
a
see
lot
a
less
brain.
cool, but if you
I
look at
seriously
it
see a
closely.
brain in that tree.
So what your eyes will do is it'll be drawn to this tree, and then you'll start looking, and you'll be like, whoa, that's weird.
And then you see a creepy house in the distance.
And then there's Slender Man, right?
the last
Did you
house
see
on the
the-
left.
Oh my gosh. He's got like 8 arms.
Keep going.
Where did
I can't
Slender
see.
Man come from?
Jesse's imagination.
He's real. There's
Yeah.
pictures from the 50s.
And
Before Photoshop.
Hey, guys.
What, I'm,
Under saturated
That
is-
looks so fake.
Yeah, it looks oversaturated. to
It
me.
looks like they went
That
in
looks
and
super
just-
cool, doesn't it?
I have no doubt the person that made this picture took a picture and then went into Photoshop and just whacked out
It
all
looks
the
like rainbow
saturation
unicorn
sliders.
from the mountains.
so that it ended up looking like this. It looks like a cartoon kind of. It's got this
Yeah.
really fake.
It
Right,
looks like a
oversaturated
cartoon.
Which
look.
me,
It
it
looks
looks
like a
cartoon if you
cartoonish
oversaturate
painting.
it.
I like it. I put that on my wall. That's really cool.
I like it too. People pay good money for that. Oversaturated, popping type of pictures. It's cool because it's not what you normally see.
And why are the
gives
clouds?
me a-
I mean, if that was real with no
They
editing,
do what they want.
what the heck?
That to me is my favorite landscape
like
picture
that.
on
That's a
this
bunny.
collection.
It is fake.
That's perfectly 100% real.
That is shot. That
Taken
mountain
by
is
a
so
professional.
shot in.
It's just a house with a bunch of dirt on it.
I'm gonna try to teach you guys something without actually showing you because
There's a website
we don't
where you
have-
can upload photos that'll tell you if it's shot or not.
we don't have the technology here, and we don't all have digital SLR, so I want to show you. Do you see in this water how you can actually see under the water?
Just a little bit. Yeah.
This is the proof that they used a polarizing filter on this picture. Because if you don't use a polarizer, the light bouncing off the water will reflect in such a way that you cannot see through the water. It looks like a solid layer of water rather than clear, transparent water. Okay? What you do is, if you have a polarizing filter, you can turn it on the front of your lens so that you can see through the water.
That's cool.
Okay? This part up here doesn't have the clearly defined look of a polarized lens. So what they used is a half polarizer, a circular polarizer, where you can turn it to polarize the sky or the land, or whatever. You can polarize it half and half. You wouldn't want to do that because it would look stupid. But what they did is they didn't polarize the sky and they did polarize the water.
That
So what
looks
you can
kinda
see
cool.
is this. I was on the Green River once with my digital SLR with a polarizing filter on the front, and I could see, with my eyes, I could not see through the water. With my polarizing filter, I could see through the water and I could see the fish swimming around at the bottom of the river.
Dude, I gotta take that fishing. Can I borrow it for a second?
Oh yeah.
Just go buy one. You can buy a polarizing, a circular polarizer for $20, and then just spin it and like use it like a monocle.
That's
Really?
cool.
And you
So,
can
like, you'd be
see,
like, I say.
you can go up to water, it's like X-ray vision sort of. You go up to water and without it, and you can see it just reflects off. Turn that polarizer, and all of a sudden the water becomes perfectly transparent, and you can see all the way to the bottom.
That's
Can I have
amazing.
$20?
It's one of the coolest effects. So what you end up with here is I can see those pebbles.
I've got
Whereas
about $4.
if I didn't use a digital SLR, if I used one of these point and shoot cameras, I would see just nothing more than a reflection. And I couldn't see those pebbles.
Well, put it
That's
in the
what
water,
makes this picture
and then took
cool.
the picture right free.
Your argument is very
Invalid.
strong, but I still think it's shot. It's not.
You're
It is.
stupid.
It could have been,
You're
maybe they
stupid.
adjusted the brightness or something.
I mean, I'm
There's
talking
nothing
about
fake about
I'm
this
talking
shot.
about the sky though. It looks like weird.
The only reason it's weird is because of the way they didn't polarize
It
it.
has like a
I don't
purpley
like how the
haze.
lake is like ripply on one half and then clear on the other half. That looks fake.
This is where the
It looks like,
polarizing
it looks
effect
more like a
ends.
mirror than water reflection.
I
That's
like
the
that.
difference.
I
Right
wanna
here, the
poop.
polarizing effect ends, the water's also deeper right there, so you end up with this boom. There's a line, and you can all of a sudden see a solid sheen of a layer of water. That's what polarizing filters do. Unfortunately, I can't say, okay guys, get a polarizing filter because your cameras can't use those, which is sad.
Says who?
So make sure next year before we take Digital Photo 2 that you buy a nice digital SLR for $1,000 and bring it with a polarizing filter, and then we'll be happy.
No.
Yeah, that's totally
Oh, we shouldn't do that.
in reach for me.
Well, you guys can get a summer job. You can buy your
That's,
digital
Oh, I'm
SLR.
actually
that's
getting
going
one.
to paint my car and put
You
some.
don't paint a car, you buy a new one.
No, you paint it and then you put subwoofer.
If you're gonna paint it, you go to Kmart, you buy some cans of paint, and you paint it.
You give it to her dad, and he'll probably do it for free because he owns a maker.
I highly doubt it.
I don't.
You'd probably do it for $1 billion for you.
Oh, I'm
$1,000 normally, $1 billion for you.
You're late.
Not like-
He's just
Um,
literally.
Sorry, I just can't get over this picture.
Why is there a tiny person?
That's Rose.
It's Tessie.
Why are you getting stabbed with this?
Avery is taking a picture of Tessie, a macro picture, because that's the only way you can photograph
What the hell? I just
Rose.
noticed that.
The only way you can photograph Rose is with a macro lens, because she's so small.
Hold on.
Is that what I look like? I sit there and hold like this tribal stick, and I'm like, oh.
Take a
No,
picture of
you
Tessie
sit
or I
there
will
and
beat you with
somebody
this.
just stabbed you while I'm taking a picture of tiny Tessie.
I was giving an impassioned lecture about tiny people and why they're
Did Daniel
valuable to
use the
society.
freehand tool or did he use the fuzzy select?
I doubt the fuzzy select would have given him such a perfect definition. Fuzzy select or freehand? He probably just looked at it and it did it.
And it's just like,
Computers
Daniel,
obey
that's an
Daniel's
amazing
will. They just do it.
You should have made like fake blood
Who was
coming out
taking
of
the picture
Mr.
anyway?
Barry's back.
What?
His
I was
stomach.
taking my picture.
He took the picture, I believe. Yes, he took the picture.
and then he shot
And then he
Tessie
took Tessie out of another picture and put her in
and
this
sized her
picture.
down and then put her in.
He shrunk her a little bit.
Oh,
He
wait.
probably
Like
just
10%.
erased the
just
background.
like 10%.
He probably erased the background, he probably took her.
Yeah, that seems about the right amount.
I want
10%.
to. I want to see a
Should be
picture of Tessie on the grass from above that looks like it was the picture that Avery was taking. so like we have this one, and then the picture he took with her looking up, or like standing there with him taking a picture from down here.
That could be possible.
Make the grass really big and like Photoshop her in with a really big grass, like Honey I Shrunk the Rose.
Honey, I Shrunk Rose.
It's hard for me to keep that. I keep forgetting. I accidentally
Oh,
call it
sure.
right.
Is that
Starring
green?
Rick Moranis.
That is definitely green.
I called him a
That
savage.
is shot.
Green.
No, this is my house
Shot.
in Switzerland.
I'm the Pope.
Switzerland.
Shot.
You guys, it takes me hours to mow that lawn.
Not.
I kid you not. I'll go out in the morning and start mowing, and I won't be done for like 15 hours. It is a pain. My lawn goes from just right below here to about this tree line. Mowing it is, oh man. And the weed feed it takes, dude. Oh,
Just get some extra.
it's really taking all the money I have. It's
Wait,
really
so you
upsetting.
live in a church?
Skylar would probably do
It
$5
was a
bucks.
church. I converted it for my.
Then why is there still a steeple?
Loft space.
Because it's fun to have a steeple. I can say, kids, it's time for breakfast, and I can ring the bell. Bing, bing.
And then is there like a fire pole that's in the steeple that they
Is the
can go down?
hunchback living
Yes.
with you?
Well, he was. He decided he wanted to pursue a career
He
in
decided, no, he
music.
decided he
So he
hated
left.
Mr. Barry, so he left.
He's doing pretty well in Los Angeles.
Oh, by the way, here's a question. What?
At
Is
second
it
hand
street
Broadway
performer?
plays.
No, no, it's part of the Amazing Circus.
Here's a question.
YouTube.
Monty
Here's a question.
Python
Where's the Rottweiler?
and the Flying Circus.